Ladies, please wake the fuck up with the quickness. A lot of you actually realize this. A lot of you don't. You were born slaves. I mean, second class citizens. You know, the guys, they don't realize they were born economic slaves, you know, forever running on their little treadmill. But fact, not fiction. I'm multitasking in my car with enough THC hitting to perhaps put a rhino on its ass, put humans to sleep, make them drunk as fucking groggy, but I've counterbalanced with pure stevia that kicks the dog shit out of cocaine. In fact, it truly does, only it's sweet, and if you put it in water and drank it, it might banish 6 tumors and 62 pounds from your body like it did my uncle. It might do it alone. It definitely will, you know, drinking the liquid that I make, blending toxins out of water with it. Yeah, you know, blend with stevia, sea soap float, get it out, blend what I call pure H2O with tuna fish. And a cancerous, ride-out, 17-year-old cat pissing the bed. I mean, she's in my mom's arms at the vet. She's in tears. Peachy's minutes away from visiting heaven. And I say, oh no, this is going to be my Mona Lisa. What we're going to do is take her back, lock her in a room, and treat her with loving care. And the only thing she gets to consume is pure H2O blended in tuna fish, and then pure H2O to drink. And after the initial, she lapped herself into perfect health. All right, looked like Garfield had to fucking lock the kitty door because she was going outside at night, you know, for a little, you know, jaunts and shit. And in fact, not fiction, that cat was too valuable to risk. I mean, she was a stage 4 write-off, and I brought her back into perfect health. Fact, not fiction. Dan Quinn is going to fulfill his destiny, okay? I should have been famous already. Ask your men, okay, who like football about the play, and in combination with what everybody's saying. And it's like, you know what, if used correctly, I could have been a weapon of mass destruction on the football field, because I have jets, and you know, I was hitting people and putting them out of practices with concussions and out of games, in fact. And you know what, if I choose football, everybody knows who the fuck I am, okay? And so when I come out and say, you know what, wake the fuck up, stevia. Okay, the rich have held it back forever, but it cures. And you know what, you don't realize, but we're killing this planet. Everything that humans do that we've been provided with to use, okay, destroys it. Some faster than others, you know. Gas in the tanks of these cars is actually water, okay? Look it up. 14 H's combined to 6 C's. That's how you would draw brown water on paper, okay? And there is no even return. It goes in a voluminous mass of liquid and comes out burnt smoke, okay? And then we're pouring all that toxic shit down the sink in the drain that says, warning, danger, caution. This is going to fuck you up and kill you, all right? And you know what? It has to be adding up, doesn't it? I mean, you know, humans are being used as an animal workforce, okay, to destroy their own planet. Yeah, and the rich are getting away with it. And in fact, not fiction, I can make a liquid that if you drank it, it would make your body perfect for you, okay? You might not look like Angelina Jolie. I'd rather have Jennifer Aniston myself, seriously. And fact, not fiction, ladies, you know, everywhere, please have your men or female partner play the violin, especially to the lesbian community, okay? Fact or fiction, Dan Quinn has walked into Faces, the local gay bar, always with a woman that he was going to sex that same very night, never by himself. And, you know, took my shirt off, and I was like the most lean and ripped in it, so I lived my American Pie moment in real life. And, you know, fact not fiction, the violin upgrades the Kama Sutra, all right? And since lesbians are supposedly pussy-eating aficionados, we should have an Olympics. And I guarantee you that the violin takes first place. Now, I think I'm pretty good at it. I'm sure a lot of the guys that are calling me and thanking me, and even their girlfriends, you know, seriously, rocked my world. I hear this constantly. And so add that all up, and what it means is that if it's not for Lou Holtz and the evil of fucking Notre Dame, your men know who the fuck I am. And most of them like me because I'm cool. I've never pushed anybody around. Fact, not fiction. Ask anybody. I've never bullied anybody. Same thing. I've never welched on a debt, to anybody. Fact, not fiction. I never used my weight to push people around, to get more. I always showed up with food, drink, or fucking generally like up here, methamphetamine, okay, and pass it around because I was plugged. And fact, not fiction, is a tragedy in a way that Dan Quinn didn't choose football, because you would already probably be using stevia. Your body would be lean. If you were dying, you would be healthy. Okay, it would bring you back and shit. And you know what? It would probably save this planet. But I'm selfish. I'm a guy, and I have my 2 sons, and I wouldn't trade them in for anything in the world. Alternate reality. Change the mom, and I get my 2 kids. Sure. Okay. Fact, not fiction. But yeah. So point is, ladies, please wake up. Okay. Most of you might actually realize this, but you were kind of like born as second-class citizens, even in America. Can you imagine how bad it gets around the rest of the world? We're trying to fucking free Iraq from what? You know what? So much better than what we gave them for the last 9 fucking years. And there's women that are being tortured, raped, and mutilated, all over the planet. And the United Nations, isn't doing a fucking thing about it, okay? To the president of Chile. Seriously, that's a major problem. When over half the Earth's population is often brutally raped, fucking murdered, tortured and shit, and the guys that do it often get away with it. Wow. I said we should be spending our fucking resources and allocating shit and yada 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 in a better way than what we're doing. Okay. And in fact, this is true, and I'm going to do a separate video just on this, but I love the guys at Carnage. And in fact, I called some of them today to see if there was any training to save me some gas money, and no one responded. And in fact, it's really hard for me to spar friends because, you have to attack the face and the head and hit it, right? And that's what I did, like against Bon LaPoo and shit. And that's what I taught Scott Smith to do against lefties. And all I have at Carnage is lefties to spar with. And so, not once have I ever sparred, attacking their head with my right and then coming back with a left, just like Scott did. And, it's like this. What I'm saying is that Dan Quinn can right now fulfill the words that he started, okay, before Jamie Hara punched him in the shoulder and wrecked it for a bit, all right? When I'm spent on Stevie and weed, and with my ability to take punishment and my hitting ability, there are few that will be able to stand against me, okay, just punching, in front of me, seriously. And I stand on it, yeah, and I'm going to be rich. So, if a guy with a name out there actually stepped up, okay, you know what? Give it your best shot, man. I say that I probably take over and blow you the fuck up, like I'm going to do, and like I should have did if I had 2 shoulders. And in fact, not fiction. You know what? I'm going all in, like gambling, okay? Fact, I've discovered 2 global worthy miracles, and no one's listening, okay? And you know what? So, ladies, have your men play the violin ASAP, please, okay? Experience that miracle. Some women have said that it's like visiting the fountain of orgasm. It's a miracle that every woman on the planet should experience once before she dies, according to Karen Alberto, somewhere in Kansas City, is it? And fact, not fiction. I'm going to do a lot of good things with the money that's coming from pure H2O. And so what you should do is wake the fuck up with a quickness, okay? You're not free even if you live in America, okay? You were born on the economic treadmill from the very start, okay? You know, rent, mortgage, and if you don't, you know, have connections, sometimes you get left in the gutter and you're homeless and shit, okay? And sometimes, even when you're as good as I am, you know, you can get fucking cursed by people and you can end up here, you know? In fact, not fiction, ladies. And this is the truth, okay? And thank goodness for my mom's fucking upload speed, okay? Because 10 minutes would be a long time. You know, like 900, but on hers it's like 15. Anyways, if it's not for Lou Holtz, Dan Quinn is playing football in the NFL on Sundays, and what your men are seeing is a white boy with fucking jets, okay? You know, I mean, they could have used me in many capacities. I could have played John Lynch's position because I'm probably a lot faster than he is, okay? See the play, see the fact that I cover Alan Pinkett man for man. John, could you cover Alan Pinkett man for man, okay? And not in some kind of scheme coverage, all right? I did. And then see the play, see my 6.5 sack performance in the 86 spring game, see NFL scouts coming up to me and saying, you know what, kid, this is off the record because it's kind of illegal and shit, but if you don't get hurt, you're like first round, potentially high first round. You know what, keep me in mind and shit. And I was like, cool. You know what, it's not like I hadn't thought about it, okay? You know what, I mean, I knew what I could and couldn't do, and on the football field, there wasn't really anything that I didn't think that I could do, okay? I mean, you know, if put to it, you know, I was never given the chance by Lou Holtz. I was cursed. He fired me for making the best stop in the history of fucking Notre Dame. And guess what, ladies? I quit football on the spot, and we can make a movie, and I'll donate all the money to women's charities, okay? Fact, not fiction. Dan Quinn looking at Lou Holtz thinking, you know what, if I play football, you're dead. I know Mark Brandon. He's now locked up in a federal pen. He had a red cigarette boat, and the white baby Bengal tiger that I held in my arms, okay, that ended up at the San Diego Zoo, that was confiscated from Jorge Hank Roan, the governor of Baja California, okay, you know, yeah, and when he was going back across the border, and you know, it's like this, fact, not fiction. I'm going to be rich, and I'm really cool, and people should wake the fuck up and listen. And that last thing right there with the governor of Baja California thing, fact, not fiction, Senor Jorge Hank Roan, okay? Fact, not fiction. I've taken enough THC to knock an elephant on its ass, and I've counterbalanced with stevia that kicks the shit out of cocaine. And in fact, I can make a liquid that acts like the fountain of youth, and if you bottle that up and sell it in Mexico, you're one of the richest men on the planet, guaranteed. I stake my life on that, and it's too bad that Mark Brandon isn't free, because I would ask him for the financial help, okay, to get this famous. You know, I brought my mom's cat back. She was a write-off, and now she's dead. She could still be alive, but that's a side story. Family, you know, and no support from it ever. And it's like this, I'm going all in, sir, and you could become one of the richest men on the planet if you're not close to that now by being the majority shareholder in, you know, a liquid that acts like a fountain of youth, okay? And if you got a sick, cancerous cat, tiger, animal, okay, and you know a lot of people, one that is worthy of saving, but it's a write-off, it's gone, and it's too bad. I'll save that animal, but a cat, get fish guts, blend it with pure H2O, okay, it'll lap itself up in a perfect hell, and we'll become trillionaires. Fact, not fiction. I stake my life on it. Peace out, sir. I hope someone that knows you, you know, has you take a listen. All right?